Yeah, video taping the start of the project.
Yeah. Another white one. A white one, a yellow one, and 2 blue ones.
Yellow and 2 blue ones. Yes.
You're making a huge mess.
And I lost one of the red pieces.
Yellow.
Yellow coming up.
Come back. Stop that. Dang, I'm too low. It's nice.
It's nice, that's it.
It's big.
And it's only partially completed. But this is one day from the beginning. Ben's thumb is starting to hurt. Huh, Ben?
Mama, look what I found.
Okay, here we are, day 3. And it's coming along quite quickly. Quite well, actually, except for Ben's connects finger. Right, Ben? And what are you working on now?
The loop.
Well, you're not really very informative. Let's give us a little background.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I'm here.
Uh-oh. He's
What
here.
do you mean, uh-oh?
He's here.
It's not uh-oh when I'm here. It's woohoo!
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
The roller coaster's done and we're about to push the car down?
Well, this ain't a good spot to take the picture, really. Let's see. That's a little better, but I should probably get on the other side. We're completed on day 4, right?
Yep, day 4. Well, not.
No? Hang on. Let me get in the spot here. Okay, I guess this is about the best spot.
I doubt it will make it over the loop.
Oh, doubting Daniel.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
It's doubting, not downing.
Huh.
Just a minute. I know what happened. I
It's
read
a
about
little
this.
loose.
Here we go. These were too close to the wheels.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, here we go. The moment of truth.
I should have bet some money on that.
Daniel.
Well, it's true. But
You shame us.
Got any ideas, Ben?
I shame the family honor.
What's with this thinking thing? We'll come back with the camera later when we have it perfected. Goodbye.
Okay, this is a Bible contest. It's basically trivial, and Mom said it's like no use to anybody whatsoever, and that's why they call it trivial. But here's who's competing: Jeremiah Brown, Timmy Brown, Tom Lawrence, Cassie Gatwick, Jessica Riggs, Katie Graham, Jim Rasmussen, Connie Paddock, and Jerry Tate. So can you people come up here? Make yourselves comfortable.
Talk us good and loud now, so we can hear you.
Okay, first of all, I gotta say the surprises are much later, so does anybody have places?
How about loose teeth?
Okay, I'm lacking 3 people. Is there anybody who wants to compete?
Dusty?
Dusty, Nathan, and Tom. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with the youngest and go up. So, Jeremiah scored highest in his category, so do you wanna have the first question or the second? Okay, name one flag of Moses.
Can't hear you.
Speak up, Ben.
Is the mic on?
You can pick somebody in the audience and ask them to help. Okay, so Timmy's next. What is the first book of the Bible? A. Adam, B. Revelation, C. Genesis, D. Matthew. Genesis. Good.
Right.
Okay, Tom, do you want the first question or second? Okay, who did David see taking a bath on her roof and committed adultery with? Okay. Who? Okay, did you hear the question? Okay. Who did David see taking a bath on her roof and then committed adultery with?
Go ahead, Louise, we want you to answer. You're the lifeline.
Oh, Bathsheba.
Okay, that's right. Tyler, how many chapters does Psalms have? Nathan, recite Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Okay.
Mr. Ball.
Okay, that's right. Okay. Mr. Rasmussen, what son of Adam carried on the family name?
Carry down the family name.
Like, which one had descendants?
I know that. Seth.
Okay. Yep, that's right. Okay, Samson killed many with an ox goad. True or false? Yeah. I don't know how to address you. Samson killed many with an ox goad. True or false? Samson.
Many?
Many.
Oh, with a,
Ox goad.
I think I need a lifeline. Master. Help.
Samson killed many with an ox goad. True or false?
True.
Oh, this is double elimination.
Yeah, you better. Get running out of time with that.
Do a Vika. Someone should do a Vika.
Why the V cup?
The V cut would score him a basket.
What is the V cup?
You don't know what the V cut is?
Hey, we play the game, okay? We don't stop. That's
It's how you get open. Like you guys like this, and you're over here, then you go like, and they toss it to you.
The britches on. You know what, Rusty? Rusty, you look nice with your pants on. You want some help with that? Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Careful.
I could do that.
Haven't we come far enough to stop using that horrid term?
Keep your shirt on, Chrissy. He's just, I'll say, just stirring the wagering pot. Looks like our fine feathered friend is heading into Venetian territory.
Send a new video.
Excuse me, that is. You've been on my menu for a long time.
Look out, you'll break a nose.
Don't burn the cake up.
Boomer, light it and
put it on high. Let me put it safe.
Boomer,
Wait.
Boomer, put it in front of the candle and then get your picture of it. Don't burn Barbie up.
Bigger than his hand.
Can you watch the ball game?
Are we
After
going
I
to sing? Let's
The
sing.
TV's on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rusty. Happy birthday to me. I'm just so terrible.
You gotta have 3 kids.
There you
Okay, Boom, you're having 3 kids. Better get ready.
Good job, buddy. Actually 4.
You wore size 5. When you were 5, you wear size 6.
You're nuts.
Yeah, well, Mom, it doesn't matter how high. Because Dad wears how? No.
I did. You guys are as opposite as the day
That's
is
your
long.
bait?
Yeah. Where did I find these kids? I want the
At the hospital?
there'll be 2 soloists. From Sherburne Earlville, Justine Cameron, and from Hamilton School, Matt Martin.
What are you doing? Don't do that. Give me that face you just gave a few minutes ago. Your good face.
What face?
Your well-behaved face. Give me that face again.
What? This? That?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn that off.
Huh?
Turn it off.
Why?
Okay guys, now this will be you. You fell off the wall. Ow, oh, ow. This will be you if you fell off the waterfall. Whoa! Take a shot. Whoa. This will be a good time. Stand up. Dad, can you hold it afterwards?
I got.
Here's one of the elves of Santa Claus. Hey, look at this.
What?
Who's the fairest of them all? Here goes Snow White. Ah! Danny, why does this creek make a great water slide? Here goes the king of... Ah!
What is Cody doing? It looks like he's picking up the snow though.
Dad, wait. Let's wait up here and see. And watch them come on down there. When they're finished running, won't we see them as little dots coming out?
Well, maybe. I'm not going to wait till they get to the bottom.
Not to the bottom.
There they are.
Where?
Just see their little heads.
Oh yeah, I see them. There they are. I want to look around with the binoculars. I forgot I was even wearing them. Dad, you can see the gravel pit here.
Okay.
Yeah. See it right behind the church?
This is 5 minutes after Danny was whining. He could barely make it. Couldn't make it another step. He had to rest. He had to sit down. Now look at him.
Do you think Jack Frost has anything to do with the leaves changing color? Tonight I'm going to tell you why leaves do change color. Unlike people, plants make their own food. Plants take water through their roots. Plants also take a gas called carbon dioxide from the air. Leaves turn carbon dioxide and water into food using chlorophyll and sunlight. This process is called photosynthesis. It's the chlorophyll that gives the leaves its green color. The reason leaves change color is because of a chemical process which takes place when their days get shorter. Winter has dry and short days. There's not enough light or water for photosynthesis. A lot of plants stop making food in the fall and begin to rest and live off the food they made during the summer. The chlorophyll goes away or disappears from each leaf. Then people can see yellow and orange colors on the leaves. Yellow and orange were in the leaves all summer and spring, but the green was covering up those colors. A lot of leaves turn red when color is made in fall from the food trapped in the leaves. Brown colors come from the waste left in the leaves. An interesting fact that you might not know is the biggest leaf in the world comes from the raffia palm. Its leaves can be 65 feet long. The biggest leaf in the USA is the climbing fern. Its leaves get to be 23 feet long. So when fall comes, don't look out the window for old Jack Frost. He won't be changing the colors of the leaves. The colors were there all along. You just couldn't see them. Thank you for your kind attention. I would like to introduce you to my friend Ben Olsen.
Black widow spiders. Why are male black widow spiders nervous? I bet you would be nervous too if you thought your mate would eat you. A female black widow spider is much more dangerous than the male. The female is about the size of a peanut and has a red hourglass on the underside of her abdomen. The male mate is the size of a grain of rice and has red and white markings on its side. The female has 15 times more venom than a prairie rattlesnake, while the male hardly has enough to kill its own food. Does the female always kill its mate? If the female is hungry after mating, the male is killed. She wraps the male up like a mummy with her silk threads. She saves him for a snack and eats him a little bit at a time. The black widow is almost completely blind, but she knows where her prey is by sensing the vibrations in the web. By nature, the black widow is rather shy, and she usually tries to run away instead of biting unless she is guarding her eggs. Unlike other spiders, the black widow has a long, powerful fang which she can use on human beings. Being bitten by a black widow is a painful experience. The pain usually spreads from the bitten area to the chest, causing breathing problems and a slow heart rate, to the stomach and to the brain, making it difficult to speak. Black widow spiders are found in the south and southern western parts of the United States. They live in fallen branches, under sticks and logs, and under furniture. Fortunately, we do not have to worry about being bitten by a black widow here in central New York. Now you know why the black widow spider promised to love, honor, and digest when she says, "I do." Thank you for listening. I would like to introduce you to my friend Cody Foster.
Popsicles. Did you know one of our children's favorite treats was made by accident? In 1905, 11-year-old Frank Epperson mixed up powdered soda pop. Frank left it on the porch in a cup with a stirring stick still in it. That night there was a record frost. The next morning, Frank went outside. The soda pop was frozen. Frank picked up the stirring stick and the frozen pop came out in one piece. 18 years later, Frank Epperson started selling Epsicles. Eventually, Epsicles were called Popsicles. During the Depression, Epperson invented the Twins Popsicle. The treat The treat could be eaten by 2 children and only cost 5 cents. Epperson also invented fudgesicles, creamsicles, and dreamsicles. Last year in the United States, over 1.2 billion popsicles were eaten. That comes to 2,200 popsicles eaten every minute. The world's largest popsicle was made in 1975 and weighed 5,750 pounds. If you are interested in eating a regular sized popsicle, you can find them at your local grocery store. My favorite kind is the Nickelodeon. What's yours? Thank you for your kind attention. I would like to introduce to you my friend, Jamie Clifton. I would like to begin my speech with a riddle for you to think about it. It's called, What Is It? It comes in all shapes and sizes and in many different disguises. Its head is bright and shiny, and instead of growing, it gets tiny. It works hard all day long, even though it's not very strong. It can be very smart, yet for nothing does it have a heart. It goes to school every day, yet if it fails, it doesn't pay. Without it, our work would be very hard to see. What is it? A pencil. Graphite, as you know, is soft and brittle, and requires a holder in order to make it usable for writing. The first handmade pencils were made by simply wrapping a piece of graphite in either sheepskin or string. Can you imagine making your own pencil? What a messy job. The Italians claim to have developed a wooden holder for the graphite before anyone else. They would saw a piece of graphite into slabs and then place the graphite into a square-shaped groove in a piece of wood. Until 1876, almost all pencils were square-shaped. Have you ever wondered about pencils and how they were invented? That black stuff inside them that makes them write is called graphite. It was first developed in Keswick Valley in England around 1500s. Have you ever wondered why most pencils are yellow? During the 1800s, the best graphite in the world came from China. Pencils using the Asian graphite were painted yellow to indicate the superior quality in the writing core. The color yellow is a sign of royalty and respect in China. American pencils manufactured beginning painting their pencils yellow to also communicate this regal feeling and association with China. Today, 75% of the pencils sold in the United States are painted yellow. Now you know why. Think about the next time you open your pencil box or reach behind your earphone. Thank you for listening. I would like to introduce my friend Kevin Dockstander.
If your eyes are playing tricks on you? It may seem that way, but you're probably looking at an optical illusion. When we look at something, our brain takes messages from our eyes to help it figure out what is being seen. Sometimes messages trick us into thinking we see something that isn't true or isn't even there. This is what makes us think magicians are really performing magic, when in reality they are just using illusions to trick and entertain their audiences. Seeing isn't always believing when it comes to optical illusions. Illusions are just mistakes in perception. We get used to how things are supposed to be, and sometimes our brains get the clues all wrong. One big optical illusion is the computer monitor. Sometime when you have a chance, look at a computer screen really close for a minute or two. You will notice that your computer screen is made up of tiny red, green, and blue dots. The illusion is you see more than just red, green, and blue dots. You see thousands of different colors. Our brains put the red, green, and blue dots together to make the colors. Optical illusions just trick you into seeing something else. As I said before, what you see is definitely not what you always get. That's for sure. Thank you for listening. I'd like to introduce you to my friend Samantha Hart.
Would you believe it? Crayons have been around for almost 100 years. First box of crayons was sold in 1903. The box contained only 8 colors and it cost a nickel. The first box included black, brown, blue, red, purple, orange, and green. Today, crayons are packed in over a dozen languages and sold in 80 countries. The box may contain as many as 120 crayons. We now have crayons that sparkle with glitter, glow in the dark, smell like flowers and food, and change colors. Some crayon boxes even come equipped with a built-in charger. Edwin Binney and Harold Smith were the original makers of crayons. The name Crayola is a combination of 2 French words meaning oily chalk. As soon as crayons were introduced to children, they became a huge success. Crayons are made of paraffin wax and pigments. Today, wax blend is delivered to Binney and Smith at their factory in Easton, Pennsylvania, and heated in tanker trains, cars, and stored in 2-story silos. The average American uses up to 730 crayons by age 10 and spends almost half an hour a day coloring. Red and blue are a kid's 2 favorite colors. Since the company began, it has produced over 100 billion crayons. That's about 7 million every day. Just remember that although they may smell delicious, like the macaroni and cheese crayon, crayons are not for eating. Thank you for listening. I would like to introduce you to Mrs. Stecker.
Can I open this?
Shut up.
I can't do much sugar. Here, Ben. I'll help you tonight. No. Ben. Always wanted to stop that.
Sorry, in the picture. Now I'll smell it. Hey, yeah.
I'll ask.
We know what's
Oh
dear. And next,
Boys.
Dad, how many more? Now where?
Do it again. Ugh.
Yep.
Bottle of peroxide on this thing, and it's still bubbling. She's like, you think I should take it? I'm like,
I do.
yeah.
Staph infections really can hurt your heart and everything.
And Jess's
they say.
doctor said peroxide really isn't the best thing to make
Yeah,
it
I bet.
worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't want to take him back because she'd been 2 times with that wrist of his that he broke.
Oh, yeah.
And she's, it's only, she went like every week.
hard to read.
Bama, hindi dito like this.
You gonna walk away from me?
No.
Well, he could lean backwards and fall over, so be careful. I don't want to be
Yeah,
there.
yes, if she don't.
Okay.
And Bama, he's here.
Are you catching him?
He said, yeah.
He needs help digging out. I need help digging out. Because he
First of love.
So patient. She wants an ice cream. Cookie, just a minute. Call your son and my son
You
down.
smell sweaty.
Oh, I left my camera.
am.
Can you take stills?
Come on, Dad.
Now he hurt his, well, I guess
I'm
I'll
so sick of it.
It don't hurt your
We should
foot.
see. We have like 19 years of ugly pictures. I'm so sick of it.
No.
Wait till I look my work.
We know one
ugly.
What do you have?
What kind of people are you?
You have ice cream?
Making him light his own birthday candles.
What are you doing
with this one?
Start singing for the cake. Bummers, that's why the cookie.
Jamming?
Everybody sing, ready?
Happy birthday
to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me.
Vinny blows, not you, just so you know. Hold your fire. Okay.
Make a wish.
He has a cold though. He doesn't want to
Joe.
make everybody contagious.
Oh, that is sweet.
Joseph,
Yeah, you.
stand back so we can see
You
you.
have a cold too.
Oh no. Who's healthy?
Get the blow dryer out. Go get the blow dryer.
Burn the cake.
Oh, don't.
Ben,
I did too.
hold it up so I can get a picture of
I
it.
saw you at all.
Okay.
Outside.
So there's your.
Away from his
Happy
grandma.
birthday, bud.
Yeah, I was out of school.
Wow, that is.
And I wasn't even near your house.
They scoop here.
Cut it like this. You want to pick it up? Or you want to
Spoon or fork?
I don't care. Is it okay if I cut it?
I hate that.
I do think
Bye.
that too.
Eat the town
Steve
pork.
was
Are you getting
last to be
sleepy?
first, right? Wait for everybody else.
Caleb,
Yeah.
are you sleeping?
Are these the right ones?
You look sleepy.
Pardon me?
Can I eat this bowl? And do the eat this bowl?
No, that's plastic, buddy.
Did you see the candies?
I did. I can't
some. Here's some sour cream
And do the eat this bowl?
Dessert's my favorite part of the video.
Eat this
Stop. We gotta start just having dessert together. That's what this is.
Hey, Mama.
You get asked that all the time in church. Oh, he's adorable and he's in my arms.
Mommy.
Yes.
I ate the protein pose and Dad was good. And then I had a
All
piece
these numbers are all I know. You sound like you're Nicole.
of the bed. Mommy.
Yeah.
And I tied a piece of the bed.
Yeah.
And that was it, Mommy.
Oh yeah? Good.
No, it's bread.
Yeah.
Oh, grab that.
$20 million. I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
He just crawled up here. Hey, Jim, do you want to do me a huge favor? Give me a tissue. Yep. Happy birthday. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, he's got boogies in his nose. Don't get it. Boogies in his nose. Blow your nose. Mom? Good boy. Mama juice? Let me see. He's so funny. Wait, you're not all done. Jevin, don't scare him, honey bunny.
Why are you smiling, Jevin? Cause why? What do you think is good?
Hey, hey, woo woo. Hey, don't get that on your foot. Careful.
Let me in.
Who is there? Hi, dude.
Jesse.
Uncle Wacko.
Yeah, you're Uncle Wacko.
Yeah, that's who you are.
Oh, don't choke on your candy.
I don't have time. I ate it all.
You did?
But
You finished it?
yeah, but there's two more. No. Ow. It's the old Jackson.
Oh.
To the up.
Yeah, up.
Yeah. Well, now say no for the
What you doing, Jesse? Oh, we cleared this room out, didn't we? Oh. There. Now it's just you and me, mister. You're trapped. Jesse.
Oh, you big tall boy.
Jesse.
Hi.